Gunfire and exploding artillery shells, an all too familiar sound for the people of Libya. But while the rebels struggled to overthrow Gaddafi, a private war is being waged over ammunition. Under the cover of the Libyan bombing campaign, Al-Qaeda have gained access to some of Colonel Gaddafi's arms dumps and have begun shipping the weapons to camps in the nearby Sahara Desert. Intelligence reports suggest that truckloads of weapons, including shoulder-fired surface-to-air missiles, have been moved from the desert armories in eastern Libya. An unidentified Algerian security official has said a convoy of 8 trucks has been spotted moving weapons in the last few days, but this was not the first convoy, and it most likely won't be the last. The news comes after NATO commander Admiral James Stavridis warned that they were monitoring flickers of an Al-Qaeda presence in Libya.
But at this point, I don't have detail sufficient to say that there's a significant Al-Qaeda presence or any other terrorist presence in and among these folks.
While Al-Qaeda smuggles weapons from the east of Libya, opposition's rebels are moving west and have retaken much of the strategic oil town of Braga after weeks of fighting in the area. Control of the town has moved back and forth between the opposition forces and Colonel Gaddafi's men. Rebel forces made up of defected army units and armed civilians have taken most of Libya's eastern coast, but have struggled to make ground west to Gaddafi's hometown of Sirte and the capital, Tripoli. Every day they move forward a few kilometres, and every day they retreat after coming under heavy mortar fire. An army of police officers, manual labourers, students and the unemployed, they are proving no match for the trained soldiers forming the ranks of Gaddafi's regime. Many of the locals now accepting that without the full support of the UN, they are at a standstill.
The solution is one of two things. Either you get rid of him in any way, or you arm us so we can get rid of him.
4 more British Tornado jets have already been deployed to southern Italy to join the assault on pro-Gaddafi forces in Libya. The UK government refuses to arm the rebels, but whilst updating the House of Commons, Foreign Secretary William Hague has said we will provide non-lethal military equipment.
As I explained to the House last week, we are not engaged in arming the opposition forces. We are prepared to supply non-lethal equipment, which will help with the protection of civilian lives and the delivery of humanitarian aid.
So while the situation surrounding the movement and supply of Libyan weapons is obscure at best, one message remains chillingly clear. The opposition forces will not stop fighting until Gaddafi is gone. This is Joe Turner for Salford Today.